DNA analysis has revolutionised the way that crime scenes are investigated. By identifying and matching genetic material found at crime scenes, investigators can use new tools to identify suspects and even reignite cold cases decades later. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. It's a molecule that can be found in almost every cell in your body and contains the genetic information on how your body is built, functions, survives, and reproduces. It defines processes in the body like how and when proteins are made, and it also codes unique physical features as well, such as your height, eye colour, and skin tone. Almost all of our DNA as humans is identical, about 99.9%, but that remaining 0.1% is entirely unique to each individual and is what makes you genetically different to everyone else. Before the 1980s, forensic scientists relied on fingerprints, hair and fibre analysis and eyewitness testimonies to solve crimes. However, in 1984, investigators began to analyse DNA found at crime scenes in hair, blood or skin particles. Scientists could analyse the order of each section of DNA and match it against a potential suspect or a larger database of previously collected DNA samples. If there's a match, it can be used to identify leads and suspects and build evidence to make a stronger case. Since it was much harder before 1980 to convincingly build a match, many crimes became what is known as cold cases. This is when investigators run out of leads and the trail to catch the culprit goes cold. But many of these cold cases retained the DNA samples found at the scene. With the introduction of DNA forensics, these cases could be revisited, and crimes that remain unsolved for decades once again have a chance to be solved. Many notorious criminals have been caught in recent years through this technique, including the recently convicted Golden State Killer who wasn't arrested for 45 years since their first crime. DNA sequencing isn't absolute convicting evidence on its own, but it is a valuable tool to forensic scientists to building a full picture surrounding a crime. Many seemingly unsolvable cases are being revisited, and trials that went cold are once again warming up.